Class 6 permits. Doesn't mean very much to you, but the EPA says they're the one who issue permits. Give you an example. In Decatur, Illinois, there's a company called ADM, and for a long time they have been taking things like corn and turning it into ethanol. Okay, one of the byproducts of that is CO2. Well, they have 2 Class 6 permits down there. The first one was used between 2011 and 2014 to inject way down there CO2. And the second one, they figure they can do 1 million metric tons of CO2 a year, and that will last for years. Other companies around the country are getting into this, especially when they're producing CO2 and getting charged for it. One country in let's see, another company says they're going to put 1 million tons of CO2, metric tons of CO2 underground. That's a lot of CO2. Another company says when they're done, they're going to have 100 million tons of CO2 underground. Metric tons of CO2 underground. That's a lot of CO2 on that thing. But again, that will be only a dent for what's being produced in this world. So what happens when you put all of this underground? You're still over 400 parts per million. And it's affecting the climate. And this was predicted 50 years ago. No, it was predicted in the 1970s. And once we hit 400 parts per million, hell breaks loose. Well, last couple of years we have seen hell break loose. And that's the big part of this. And in many parts of the world, Europe is the same thing. They're going to put underground. China, which produces a hell of a lot of CO2, they're going to try that. They're going to try that in volcano locations, dead volcano locations. And it costs money to put something underground. Hopefully it will stay. Put it underground, 20,000 feet down, and it doesn't do anything. And many times, the rockets they're putting in it will change the CO2 into something else. It will react with the rock. Maybe we could save the planet. So far, as somebody says, you need to shut off your coal-burning plants. China? Nope. India? Nope. Around the United States? Nope. Well, you got to replace it with electricity. Oh yeah? The winter of 23-24 has shown that a lot of electric cars don't start when you drop the temperature below freezing. One of the things they want to do, landing on the moon, is to have electric vehicles up there. But the temperature is 250 degrees below zero, 300 degrees below zero. What's going to happen to the battery? It's not going to do anything. So you got to produce a battery that will work at 300 degrees below zero. But still, they say the best thing to do is stop emissions. But then you're going to have to replace that with electric, and not everybody's going to be driving electric cars. Not at $40,000, $50,000 each. I don't know.